Our today's topic is circular flow of income. Okay, and this is our second video for macroeconomics. Now, as we can see here from the name itself, circular flow, like in the circular manner, and what will flow? Income will flow. Okay, and between major sectors of economy, like basically we take two sectors, household and firm. Okay, household and firm. This is household and firm. So income will flow from here to here, then from here to here, then again from here to here, and from here to here. Means not only income but money and goods. Money and goods flow from household to firm, then firm to household, then back to firm, then again back to household, and this will flow in continuous manner. Okay, so what is the basic thing? What is circular flow of income? By definition, it refers to a continuous circular movement of money and goods. Like as I said, money and goods will flow between household and firm and various other sectors as well, like government sector, international. Okay, these things we will study in further videos, but for basic understanding we will take only two sectors, which is household, which are household and firm. So it refers to the continuous circular movement of money and goods between major sectors of economy as a factor payment or as an expenditure. Means a household is working for a firm, then firm will pay salary to that household. Okay, and household will use that salary for purchasing of goods and services. So now let us see the example here first. Okay, first we will see the circular flow in two sector economy. Okay, this is the basic sector which we have to understand. Okay, and we will add on the sectors in this diagram only. So there are two sectors, household and firm. Okay, now what firm will give, what household will give to the firm? Like household means we, the people who are living in our house, who are working. So what a person will do for a firm? He will provide factor services. Factor services means land, labor, capital. Okay, or enterprise means the owner, the businessman. Okay, he is also involved in the working of firm. So household will provide factor services to the firm. Then what will firm provide to that person? He will provide factor payments, means wages or rent or interest. If I have put my house on rent, okay, few people or a family is living there in my home, then what they will give to me? They will give rent. Okay, because I am providing service to them. I am providing the house or the room for their living, so they will give me rent. Okay, so household will provide factor services, household will work for the firm, and in lieu of the service, in lieu of that work, firm will provide salary, okay, to the household. Now firm will provide salary, then what household will do of that salary? He will spend it. He will purchase goods and services. He will purchase daily goods of daily needs, like wheat or rice or everything which he wants. Okay, so that thing is known as consumption expenditure on goods and services. He will travel. Okay, he will purchase petrol. Okay, and basic daily needs. He will pay fees. So this is called consumption expenditure on goods and services, and this money will go to back to the firm again, not to the same firm but different firm. So we are taking firm as a whole, means all the firm are included in this sector. So household will give money to the firm, and what firm will give? Firm will provide them goods and services. Okay, now let us see again household will work for the firm, firm will provide him or her wages, salary. Then for example, he household worked for the firm, firm gave him 100 rupees, and what household will do, he will spend it, and these 100 rupees will go back again to the firm. Okay, means this 100 rupees is back with the firm. Now what firm will do, firm will provide goods. He paid 100 rupees for purchasing rice, now the firm will give him rice or the petrol or the any other service. Okay, so like this, money and goods will flow in a circular manner between these two sectors of the economy. Okay, now there are two things which we have to study. First is real flow. Okay, what does real flow means? These refers to the flow of goods and services, means there will be flow in a circular manner between household. Now for basic example, for understanding, we are taking two sectors, household and firm. Okay, so but the catch is there is no involvement of money in real flow. There is no involvement of money. Okay, as we know about the barter system, exchange of goods with goods. So in this, the household will provide factor service. Okay, and for their service, firm will provide him goods and service. Okay, for example, here a person has worked for a firm for 8 hours. Okay, he is working for a firm for 8 hours per day. Now for that work, firm will not give him money. Okay, firm will not give him money. Firm will give him a bag of rice or accommodation or meal for 3 times. Okay, so money is not involved here. Money is not involved. When factor services flow from household to firms which require them for producing goods and service, means household is providing them factor services which is required by the firm to produce goods. Okay, and for that service, firm is giving him goods or services. Firm is not giving money, but firm is giving him goods and services. So there is no involvement of money. So when there is no involvement of money between two sectors or more sectors of the economy, then it is called real flow. Now the second thing is money flow, or we also say this nominal flow. Now what happens in this? In a real flow, we saw there is no use of money, there is only use of goods and services. Now in money flow, from the name itself, we can see here, we can understand here that there is a flow of money, there is no flow of goods or services. Now there is a little bit mistake here in the arrows. There are two sectors, household and firm. Okay, as earlier. So what firm will do? Firm will provide wages or the factor payments to household. Okay, firm will give salary to the household, and from that salary, what household will do? Household will spend it. Household will purchase goods and services. Okay, firm is giving him salary, and then again household will give that money to the firm, not directly obviously, but to the shopkeeper, and that money will go to the firm. So household will spend that 100 rupees for purchasing goods and services. Okay, so here there is a flow of money only. Firm is giving 100 rupees, and then back again household is giving back that 100 rupees to the firm. So here the flow is entirely of money. No goods and services are involved here. So this flow is called money flow or nominal flow. Okay, now in economy, in real life, in a country or in an economy, the combination of both the flows are used. Okay, means the real flow and money flow both are used in an economy. Okay, like we have seen in the circular flow of two sector economy, household and firm. So household is providing factor services, and in lieu of that services firm is providing factor payments. Okay, then these 100 rupees, these wages or salary is spent by household, and that money is given to the firm, and that firm gives goods and services. Okay, so the factor services and the goods and services, these are the part of real flow. Okay, and the consumption expenditure and the factor payments are the part of money flow. So both the flows, real flow and money flow, are involved if an economy wants to operate. Okay, especially in India, there is no barter system, money is involved. So both the flows, real flow and money flow, is involved when a economy works. Now, in two sector economy, there is one sector, financial sector, or we can say bank. Okay, this bank is a part of two sector economy. Okay, we don't count this bank as a third sector, we count it as a part of two sector economy. Okay, now all the things will remain same. Okay, these factor services, there's consumption expenditure, factor payments, goods and service, all these will remain same as earlier, but the thing which will be added will be bank. Now how household and firm are connected with the bank, connected through bank? Let us see the diagram here. See, household, a person puts his money in the bank in the form of savings. Okay, we deposit the money in the bank, we save the money. Okay, so that money is called savings. Now firm also put that money is called savings, but the difference is the firm, the account which we use, okay, in the bank is savings account, but the account which firm use, the companies use, is current account. Okay, this is the basic difference. So both household and the firm both deposit their money in the bank. Okay, but the thing is, firm borrows money. Okay, firm borrows money for which purpose? For expansion, for growth of their company, for producing goods and services. Okay, that's why now you will say that we also borrow for a house loan, for education loan, but we are talking about the production, we are talking from the viewpoint of production. Okay, so if household is borrowing money, then that household will become firm, means it will be considered that household is borrowing money for the purpose of production. Okay, but if household will borrow money from the bank, it will be considered as the money borrowed for the purpose of production. Then household will become firm, it will not be considered as household, it will considered as firm. So from this production point of view, we don't consider that household borrows money. Okay, we consider that household only deposit money in the bank in the form of savings, but firm deposits money and firm borrows money for which purpose? For expansion, for production of goods and services. Okay, so this is the basic thing here. All other things are same, just banking sector is also added. Okay, so these are the two different types within the two sector economy. First is without financial sector, and the second is with financial sector.